What an incredible place to wake up. It was pitch dark when we were driving in last night, and we got to wake up to the most beautiful sunrise this morning. Behind me is the brand new Earthroamer LTx that retails for over $900,000. This is currently the only one in existence, and it's gonna be our home for the next 48 hours as we explore one of the most epic landscapes in the entire world.
Just don't drive off the cliff.
Definitely don't drive off the cliff. So we made our first video with Earthroamer back in 2021, and let's just say our relationship has come a long way. We went from begging to take one on a test drive to now being invited to be the first people to ever get to take the LTX on a proper adventure. So back in 2021, we took out the Earthroamer LTI, which is the small one in Boulder, Colorado. Then in 2023, we got to take the first ever Earthroamer SX in existence through an epic adventure through the dunes of Moab. Then last year, we took the SX out in a completely different environment and basically created a ski in, ski out, home on wheels deep in the mountains of Colorado, complete with a cold plunge. So at this point, we've lived in the LTI, which is the smaller one, and the SX, which is the huge one. But what makes me so excited about the brand new LTX is that this is basically a combination of the best features from both of the Earthroamers. We spent our first night in the LTX last night, and even though we haven't been in it long, I can already tell you this is my favorite Earthroamer. So we're super excited to give you a full tour and show you what makes this so special, and then also show you what daily life is like living in it as we take it on some epic adventures here in Valley of the Gods, Utah.
Home sweet home!
It does not get much more beautiful than this.
We are on the edge of a cliff. Oh gosh. I feel so cool.
What I love about the new LTX is it's the same size as the LTI. So it's 29 feet long by 12 feet tall, but somehow they've managed to pack almost all of the amazing features of the bigger SX into the smaller package. At this point, Earthroamer has built over 400 of these epic overland vehicles, and they've basically taken everything they've learned to make the LTX the best of the best. So we're gonna give you a full tour around. I'll show you around the outside, Carol will show you around the inside, and I'm gonna start here at the front. This is the light bar that got us to the campsite last night. When this is on and the side lights are on, you have a 180-degree view at night. It's basically like the sun. We've used it driving through the desert. We've used it driving through the snow. Also underneath, we have a 16.5-ton winch. Back when we were in Moab, we used this to pull a 4Runner out of a ditch. Over here on the side, we have 43-inch military-grade tires that are also rated up to 75 miles an hour, and we fully put that speed to the test driving out here yesterday. The truck is covered in the classic Earthroamer X-Guard, which is basically this textured, scratch-proof paint. And then down here we have our onboard air compressor. This becomes really important when you're off-roading. Let's say you're taking an Earthroamer out in the dunes of Moab. You need to create more surface area with your tires so you don't sink down in the sand. You're gonna let air out of your tires, but then when you get back on the road, you're gonna need to re-inflate them, and you can use this onboard air compressor to do that. So it's super cool to be self-sufficient in that way. So this is where the Ford F550 cab ends and the camper portion begins. And the cool thing about this part of the Earthroamer is it's all a single piece of molded carbon fiber, which means it has insane structural integrity. I tried to explain this last year. I don't feel like I did a good job, so let me try one more time. There is a military rating for the structural integrity of something. And basically the test is, can something be dropped out of an airplane with a parachute, hit the ground, and not break? This shell, the camper of the Earthroamer, meets that spec. In the last year, we have driven 2 massive campers similar to the size of the Earthroamer. One in Iceland, one in Oman. And when you're driving down these super rough roads, the weight of the back is super noticeable. Kara always feels like we're gonna flip over. I felt that way too in Oman. Honestly, it was a bit terrifying. But I've never felt that way in the Earthroamer, and I think a lot of that has to do with this light carbon fiber. One thing you might not notice if you've never stayed in an Earthroamer before is this door is actually quite a bit bigger than the other 2 models, which makes it super easy to get things in and out. Also beside the door, we have a plug for charging things, and then above we have the exterior lights, which basically can make it daytime in the middle of the night. The little eyeball that you see in between the lights, that's one of 4 security cameras, and then a screen inside so you can see what's going on 360 degrees around your Earthroamer at all times. Also, if I sneak inside the door and press this button, we have an automatic awning that goes out with absolutely no effort. And then with the push of a button, it goes right back in. All right, moving back. So the LTX now has the same pass-through garage that was on the SX. We used that last year to store our skis. It was super nice, and this is a huge upgrade over the LTI because if you remember, it just had those storage compartments on the back of it that were kind of annoying to get to, but somehow they've managed to fit the heated pass-through garage onto the smaller truck. It's just super nice if you're living in a camper to have somewhere to store dirty stuff that's not inside the vehicle or just to store stuff that you don't use very often. It's also got an outlet so you can leave stuff back here to charge, and the other 2 models had the outdoor shower here. I'm just gonna put it back in here and act like it never Oh no! This is a disaster. But now they've moved it inside the heated garage. That way you don't have to winterize it. So you can still use this in all 4 seasons. Oh, there we go.
Woo!
In our van, we have to pull the shower head all the way through the van and reach out and try to spray somebody off, and then it always ends up getting the van wet inside. It does take a little bit of effort to push back in. So the back boxes on the LTX are a little different than the previous 2 models. They're the first back boxes that don't swing out, and that's because now that there's no storage on the back, there's no need for them to move around. So they're stationary, and inside of this back box, we have some firewood, but more importantly, a Traeger smoker, which I will attempt to put to use at some point over the next couple days. Also, I am trying to figure out how this works. Like, maybe I'm missing something, but it feels like I need a step stool to use the smoker. I feel very short right now. On the outside of the back box, we have a bike rack set up. Underneath, we have another 16.5-ton winch. We've got max tracks in case you get the Earthroamer stuck, which is possible. I got the Earthroamer stuck in the mud. And then in case we get a flat like we did in the desert of Oman, you've got the spare tire. But one super cool thing about this spare tire setup is there's actually a winch on the back that will help you lift this down and up, which I can fully appreciate now because we barely got the spare tire back on the Unimog when we were in Oman. These things are heavy. Over on the driver's side, you have the other door to the pass-through garage. This is where you can plug into shore power. So if you take the Earthroamer to a campground, which you shouldn't do, you could use their electricity to power your vehicle. These are your 2 diesel tank fill-ups. It holds 95 gallons, which is enough to drive this 1,000 miles. And last but not least, over here on the driver's side, this is where your cassette toilet is. It's the same one from the original LTI, which means that I'm not gonna touch it. I was told that this toilet is never used, otherwise I would be worried that this liquid leaking onto my arm right now was not water.
I used it earlier.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
So that pretty much does it for the outside of the Earthroamer. I'm gonna let Kara show you around the inside, and then I'll take you up top because this is the first Earthroamer to have a roof rack. I haven't been up yet, but I am excited to explore and show you what's up there.
Does my hair look okay?
Looks great.
Does my makeup look okay?
So good.
Do I need more
The most
chapstick?
beautiful I've ever seen it, no.
Really? 4 years ago, when we first stepped foot inside of an Earthroamer, we had no idea what this would become. That first video is still to this day our most viewed video on our channel ever. And every year since then, our Earthroamer adventure continues to be our most viewed video each year. So, feeling a little bit of pressure today, but this is one of our favorite trips that we do. But before I show you around, if you just want to help us out by giving us a thumbs up, leaving a comment, subscribing, buying an Earthroamer, that'd be really helpful. I'm just kidding, kind of, seriously. Anyway, the SX is 34 feet long. The new LTX is 5 feet shorter than that. Obviously, there are some compromises with the 5 less feet, but in my opinion, they've kept all the important things and upgraded so many other things, and it's just, I love it so much. I hope to live in one day. They're all amazing, but this was made for me. Welcome to our living room, dining room, office, and theater room. This is a really cool spot. We have 180 views through the window. We just rolled up to this remote parking spot on the edge of a cliff. We've got outlets, we've got a Bluetooth speaker, phone charger, a fan. All of these windows open or crack if you know how to do it, you press this little button first and then you twist it. So we can have fresh air. If there are bugs, we can pull this down. If we don't want anyone to know we're in here, we can close it up. All the things. Now imagine Nate and I are living in here. I just cooked us a fabulous meal and we want to watch a movie while we eat. Wait for this. With the click of a button, boom, TV comes out of the wall. Now this isn't necessarily new. The SX had a huge awesome TV that came out of the ceiling. So it's a little awkward in the SX because you have to like turn like this while you're eating, but look how comfortable this is. I can so see me eating in this corner. We can put the table all the way back. Sorry. Just a reminder, this is the LTx 1, which means it's like the prototype and there's still a few little kinks. I think that's supposed to connect, but I'm sorry, Earthroamer. This is where things get so exciting. Cushion back up here. So this is in like dining mode, work mode, but if you just move these levers, it scoots down into coffee table mode. So now this cushion is specifically to prop your feet up. Now the table is in bed mode, so all these cushions flatten out and it becomes a slightly bigger than a full-size bed. So if Nate and I had guests staying with us, they could sleep here. You may remember last year, this actually turns into a California King in the SX, which is nuts. If we had like family or other people living with us full time, I think that would make a lot of sense, but because it's just Nate and I majority of the time, this is still so much space. Like, you could sleep here so comfortably. Now welcome to the kitchen, the most important room of any home in my opinion, and I love what they've done with the place. We'll start on this side. Of course, there's the legendary Earthroamer wine rack. When we first saw this, going straight from our Sprinter van to this, like I actually couldn't believe this level of luxury could exist in a camper. Beneath the wine is my favorite part of any kitchen, obviously, the coffee station. Earthroamer and I have some history when it comes to their coffee situation. This mounted Keurig on the wall. We take our coffee very seriously. And as a self-proclaimed coffee connoisseur, I just didn't think Keurig was the move to have on display in such a luxurious camper. So I take full responsibility for the upgrade they made in the SX, which is a beautiful espresso maker. I was a little sad to see that we've gone back to the Keurig. However, one, I love how it just disappears. But also, Keurigs have come a long way. The coffee I had this morning wasn't that bad. So this is fine. One more. Compartment. Beneath here, we have a pantry with some snacks. There's a lot more where this came from. This is one of the biggest upgrades going from the SX to the LTX. This fridge freezer combo is even bigger than the SX in a smaller camper. Zack told us a lot of their owners were actually wanting more fridge and freezer space, and they understood the assignment. So not only do we have a massive refrigerator, we could hardly fill it up, but beneath it, we have two more compartments that could either be more fridge space or freezers. So imagine you're overlanding Alaska for 6 months and you need enough food to last you the whole time, so you need a lot of freezer space. That's when you would want two freezers. In the SX, they had the microwave above the fridge on this side, but once again, Zack told us they were getting some complaints from their owners that it might be a bit too high, hard to reach for short people. So they have moved it over to this side, which I think is a good move. I like being able to check on my stuff while it's cooking, and it'd be kind of hard to see it up here. And totally worth it for the extra fridge freezer space that we have over here. Now this side, it just makes me so happy. It's got all of the Earthroamery things that we know and love, starting with their dish storage situation. I've loved this from the start. Nothing even jiggles a little bit. And that goes for the cutlery drawer as well. Beneath that is our they're all made in Japan, handcrafted. We all know Japan has the best knives. They're so sharp and so pretty, and I can't wait to chop things. Is it time? Should I save it till the end? Okay, this is my favorite part of the new kitchen. You may have been wondering, Kara, where is the stovetop? How is Nate gonna boil water for Kara's coffee in the morning? Maybe I'm just way behind in the times right now, but I have never seen this before, not even in a house. But this countertop doubles as an invisible stovetop. What? I haven't used it yet, but from what I've heard, the way it works is you take Earthroamer's classic, very complicated stack of 12 pots that fit into one drawer. You take whatever one you're cooking with, you set it in the magic spot. There's one in the front, one in the back. You turn it on and it works just like an induction stovetop, but you can't see it. It's just magic. Honestly, I don't even know how induction works when it's a regular induction, so this is just even more like, cannot wait to use this. I will be putting it to use tonight. We'll see if it lives up to the hype. Once again, obviously being 5 feet shorter than the SX, there were some compromises here in the kitchen. Less counter space is one of them, but if you just pull right here, boom, more counter space. It gets even better. Boom, a continuation of the kitchen counter. Ow, sorry. I didn't know that was gonna happen. It's actually really simple. I just didn't know how to do it. Good morning from the Grand Canyon. Here's a little sneak peek of our next adventure. Wow, so far this trip has exceeded expectations in every way. So fun. Nate and I hiked 10 miles to get to this campsite in the Grand Canyon with everything we need in these tiny backpacks, including our tent, our sleeping bags, all of our clothes, all of our food, all of our drinks, only the essentials. And you know what made the cut? AG1, who is the sponsor of this video, but I promise we would have brought it regardless. Because situations like these is when AG1 thrives. AG1 is our secret weapon during trips like this, because not only are the travel packs super light and convenient, but each serving is loaded with vitamins and minerals, pre and probiotics, and superfoods like functional mushrooms. For 3 days straight, we have been eating instant meals, gummy bears, power bars, you know, fun backpacking foods, but not the most nutritious. So I have such peace of mind knowing that I'm supporting my mind, my body, and my gut with AG1 on this trip. We have been drinking AG1 and traveling around the world with it on the regular for 4.5 years now, and we just love it. And I think you will too. So if you haven't tried it yet, I have good news. If you scan the QR code that's here on the screen, or just click the link in the description below, you'll get $20 off your first subscription of AG1. Cheers! The most obvious thing that's just missing in the LTX that we had in the SX is the washer dryer combo. Womp womp. I was so excited to see that last year, but honestly, I would take the smaller truck over having a washer dryer machine 10 out of 10 times. It was just kind of sad to see it go in my dreams of living in an Earthroamer.
As nice as the washer and dryer is, I think the only time you would use it is if you were at a campground and like plugged in. Because I have to imagine that sucks so much power. So even if you were doing like a long trip to Alaska, I doubt you would be using the washer and dryer much if you were living off grid. I'm not saying you couldn't, but I just don't think you would.
I think maybe there's only one way to find out. Like, we just should take one to Alaska and just see. The people want to know. We should show them. Let's talk storage. I consider myself a storage enthusiast. So I was a little nervous when the LTX came out. Like, how much storage are we sacrificing here? This is a big deal. And I'm very happy to say it's not too bad. So this is like our main storage compartment. Some would call it a closet. Since we're just in here for a few days, have just stuffed all of our packing cubes in there. Custom daily drop packing cubes. And then beneath the closet, there are 3 more drawers for miscellaneous stuff. We've made this a continuation of our pantry. We have lots of food in these bottom 2. And there's more where this came from. Under here, there is a subtle kick switch. So if you make a mess and you just want to sweep, sweep, sweep over here to the wall, then boom. The wall sucks up the dirt. Pretty sweet. Are you ready for the bathroom tour?
Yes,
ready or not?
Yes. Thought that was rhetorical.
Welcome to the bathroom. I have mixed feelings on the bathroom. The SX has a completely separate shower from the rest of the bathroom, but here in the LTX, it is a wet bath, which for some reason bothers me. Like, I was getting ready earlier and I accidentally knocked the handle and the shower started on me. I got all wet. Once again, I think it's worth the sacrifice. Like, for how little we actually shower and just for the sake of having more space elsewhere. No one asked me, but I think this is a good call. Lots of storage that keep your things dry, which is important in a wet bath, like behind the mirror. I have all of my stuff and it all stays safe when I'm showering. Toilet paper especially. There's a fan in here for when you're using the cassette toilet, which is underneath this bench, you know, for the smell. Let's talk about techie stuff. How's that for a transition from the bathroom? I think this is pretty standard in all of the Earthroamers, but their control screen is the best. Everything you could ever want to do in your truck is on this control screen. You can see how much battery you have left, how much solar you're getting, how much water you have left, how full your tanks are. You can turn on and off all of the lights. You can change the color of your lights. You can see the temperature. You can even start the car from the back. So say we're in Alaska, since apparently that's what we're doing now, and it's freezing outside, and we're about to go drive somewhere, but it's so cold up in the cab, and we want to go ahead and start the truck and let it get nice and warm before we go up there. I think I just hit this button. Whoa!
It locked the doors back here.
Another special feature that I really like that's an upgrade is this is a top-down view of the camper and you can control the lights in the different areas. So it's just like a nice visual, or of course there's just the old school way of hitting the button. This is a really fun upgrade from the last model. We have a coat closet and it's all just tucked away behind these doors. In the SX, it's like open storage and so it looks a little messy, but to have everything just stuffed and put away looks so nice. We've used these bottom compartments to put all of our shoes. One last storage I'll point out is behind this door. This is kind of the equivalent of our junk drawer. Like I've put our sunglasses and chargers and just random little things in here and then boom, gone. Last thing before the bed. This door leads you into the truck, which I don't know how you could ever live in a camper where you can't go straight from the truck into the camper without going outside. Really love that we can do this. Now, the bed. There is a ladder to get up. We have not used it yet, but now is the time. I've just been putting my foot in this
is
little
cool.
cubby.
This is actually an addition. They didn't have this in the last one, but they've made a step that allows you to get up into the bed.
This wasn't here before.
No.
Do you think it's because we just climbed up there like this every time?
Probably.
So you can climb up there this way, but I'm gonna try to figure out the ladder. Oh wow, hefty.
Quite a bit wider than the last one.
Yeah, it's huge. Oh, and it matches. Also, big fan of the walnut. I think that's what we'll get in ours. Up the ladder into our giant comfy bed. We slept so well in here last night. Not much has changed up here. We have another TV, some storage compartments. Both sides have wireless charging, USBs, and an outlet. Maybe just an outlet on one side. Absolutely love having windows all the way around. And the same control panel that's by the door is right here by the bed. And that about wraps up the inside tour, minus the skylight, which takes you to the roof. And Nate's been dying to do that since this morning, so take it away, Nate.
Oh, I love how easy it is to climb up here. Up on top, you have 4 massive solar panels. That is 1,480 watts of solar. Then we've got fan in the front, fan in the back, the AC, and probably most importantly, the newest generation of Starlink. I cannot tell you what a game changer this is for working on the road. It feels like we were living in the caveman days when we were having to hotspot from our phone to work, and then would have to drive into town to get better reception to upload a video, and now you can just do it all from wherever you are, from the most beautiful places. And then that is actually a tiny camera, so if you're worried about your clearance, you can actually see what's above the Earthroamer. But the thing that's different from the previous two Earthroamers is that this is all installed on top of a roof rack. So it's modular, you can move it around, there's less holes in the top so you have less chance of leaks, and let's say they come out with new solar panels, it's really easy to take these off, install new ones without having to drill new holes or patch old holes in the roof. The roof rack is a major upgrade. All right, now for the fun part, we get to take the LTX on its first true off-road drive. We're heading up a really fun road with a crazy name. It's called the Moki dugway. It's cut into the side of a cliff. It looks amazing. And then at the end of that road, on top of a cliff, is where we're gonna be camping for the night. And I've been told that that camp spot is even better than where we are now, which is kind of hard to believe.
We're just at the tip of this peninsula, all alone, surrounded by cliffs. I don't know how it gets better, but I've learned to trust Zach.
And Kara gets the honor of driving, so I can fly the drone.
And I like to drive.
Slash, she's warming up for a big adventure tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. And we are in drive. Why is there a little check mark on my seat right here?
Don't know.
Like, why isn't there a check marker on your seat? Because you don't have your seatbelt on. That's why, Nathan.
It's better than beeping at you. I like that. The road's over there.
What do you mean?
Do you see there's kind of like a little bit of a path so you don't have to drive over all the rocks?
You're right. No, I'd rather not drive over all of these bushes. They have it hard enough out here in the desert. I feel so cool.
Wow, this is so crazy to see from the drone. We're just this tiny dark speck.
Wow, what a gorgeous day. Woo!
You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Following you. Up we go. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
So we've done a little road driving.
Not recommended.
This weighs 18,000 pounds.
And I just said not recommended for trucks.
Or anything over 10,000 pounds.
Speed limit 15. That's good. I'm gonna go the speed limit. The craziest thing about this is that I'm looking at a cliff face. Like, I'm looking at a wall, and somehow there's a road that switchbacks all the way up this wall, but I don't see it. It doesn't look like there are any roads.
All right, we are officially off the pavement and on the Moki dugway.
The Moki dugway. It sounds like he made it up. I think he's messing with this.
So this road was built to transport uranium from where they mined it to where they processed it.
This is so epic. Up and around we go. We are driving up a cliff, straight up. Oh, look at the views. Oh my gosh. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Yeehaw. We are so cool. Can we get one? Friends at Earthroamer, we are available.
What a cool road.
I'm having so much fun. I'm so proud of how not nervous I am right now.
You're pro.
I don't know why. Yeah, maybe it's because I'm a pro. I take that back. I take that back. This part is much narrower. Oh my gosh, we are so close to the edge. Wow, wow. I love the switchbacks. This is so cool. I feel like we're up. We did it. We made it. Just casually on top of the mountain.
So I've joked in the past about Earthroamer not trusting us enough to take one of these out on our own, but I have come to really love going out with Zach because he knows all of the best spots, and we do things with these Earthroamers that I would be way too scared to do on my own.
Is this a good time to say don't look down?
This is epic. You can see Monument Valley right below us.
So far, I have not seen a single other car up here. I think we found a winner.
Getting the perfect camp spot just requires Kara carefully backing out onto the edge of a cliff. What could go wrong?
I don't think this is too shabby.
This is epic.
Yeah,
This
don't let me
is
run
sick.
over you.
Cheaper than the truck.
Oh my gosh.
Keep it going left when you can.
I'm about there. Now?
Yep.
Oh, I turned on the wipers. Not cool. I'm trusting Zach with my life right now. I'm only looking at his face in the rear view. I'm not even looking at where the cliff is.
Oh, I hit a tree.
Okay, I see it. Just had a nice gentle landing right in the bush. Not even harmed. Hurt my piloting pride a little bit, but drone's all good.
What a spot!
How is that for home sweet home for the night?
Keep going till they're pretty much empty.
Oh, really?
Stop. Now we'll do the fronts.
Kara's doing all the hard work. Her and Zach are getting it level using the air suspension. Basically, there's just big airbags on each tire, and you can raise and lower those with the amount of air that you're putting in, and that's what makes the vehicle level to camp or to sleep. I'm glad you were doing this time and not me. I was talking to Zach earlier, and he told me that air suspension is how you're able to cook on the grill without having to stand on your tiptoes. We had it raised all the way up this morning in the back, and now we've lowered it.
Front passenger. Oh wow, it's like perfect.
If you do it with...
We're level. Nice work. This is so clutch. Somehow Zach just did all of that just looking at it. Like the level was just to confirm. But we're completely level
We've
from
done
the
it a
push of
few
a button.
times.
He's very humble.
He makes it look so easy. This is nuts. We're completely level. Do you remember when we tried to do this?
How have I gotten this so off?
I don't think this is supposed to take this long.
It's close enough.
We are on the edge of a cliff overlooking one of the most beautiful sights in the entire country, Monument Valley. Alone, might I add. This is awesome.
So if you've been following along with the channel, then you have seen this place before. When we were riding the 3-seater bike across the US, we actually rode through Monument Valley. That was the first day that me, Dusty, and Rick all put on our singlets. And it was also the day that Dusty reenacted the Forrest Gump scene. So when Forrest Gump quits running, it's there in Monument Valley. We spent 36 days biking across the US, and riding through Monument Valley that day might have been the best. So super special to be back here and super cool to be getting to see it from this new perspective. This is pretty cool. You can actually see where we came from. Basically right there is where we just came from.
We're having a little happy hour in the LTX. Everyone's around our table, exciting times, and I'm getting dinner ready. New discovery. As soon as the guys came over, I was like, oh no, you know, this is a prototype. I don't think we have any cutting boards. I need to cut a bunch of stuff. Do you have a spare? Turns out there were cutting boards under here the whole time, and they fit perfectly over the sink. And now it is finally time to use the what is it called? Invisacook. I'm using the front one, and I want it on medium.
No pressure.
Maybe slide it a little bit towards us. Too far. Back. Feels kind of like playing Marco Polo.
Except they don't yell back. Marco.
So it's just hide and seek it.
So once again, this is LTX1, and something we've been discussing is that there should be like some kind of small etching on the counter to show you exactly where to put the pot. Because the invisible cooktop is great unless you can't find it.
I think they're side by side.
This was getting hot. This was getting hot too. We just had him in the wrong spot. Made pasta to prep Nate for his big adventure tomorrow.
Thank you.
What's the
All right. Can we get 4 people around the table in the LTX?
4 at the table?
Yeah, that's the test, right?
No problem.
There we go.
I think you could get 5. Our legs would be tight. But...
Yeah, I mean, if you're like close friends, then I don't see why you wouldn't.
I don't think I have those close friends.
You sure?
Yes.
Should we all just sleep in here and sleep over tonight?
Pillow fight. There's a lot of pillows to pick from. How'd you sleep?
Great. Morning. About to give the wet bath a try. Wish me luck. I guess you'll have to hand me my towel. It's gonna get wet.
You don't think you can just hang in that back corner while you shower?
No.
It has been a while, my old friend. So our next campsite is about 26.2 miles away. That may have been strategic. And Kara and I are going to be going on our own adventures to get there. I'll explain more once I get out there. First day running with a new backpack.
It was a hot one. Thanks. That was a great experience. A positive way to look at a wet bath is it's like washing your bathroom every time you shower. Like, how productive is that?
That's mile 1. So in about 6 weeks, I have my first big race of the year coming up. It's called Marathon des Sables, and I'm going to be attempting to run 6 marathons in 6 days through the Sahara Desert in Morocco. So I figured while we're out here in the Utah desert. It's a great place to get a long training run in. Also, I really can't think of a much more beautiful place to run. Another reason I'm excited about today's run is because I'm testing out my new backpack. Marathon des Sables is a self-sufficient race, which means I have to carry everything I need for the week on my back. So all the food I need for a week, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, all that stuff has got to go with me in my backpack. The only two things they provide are water throughout the race and a tent to sleep in at night. So not only do I have to run 6 marathons, I have to do it with probably 25 to 30 pounds on my back. Pretty much looks like I'm running the Sahara right now.
This is going to be so fun. Very excited about today. I am driving solo all the way back down. Oh man, what's it called? Dugway. Goodbye, beautiful campsite. Very sad to leave this one. Ooh, bumpy.
Mile 2, scenery hasn't changed much.
I'm scared. Is 4-wheel drive like always on, we think? Do I need to do the 4x4 off-roading stuff again?
No, you are good to go. You can leave it in two-wheel drive for now.
Okay, thanks. Yee, you heard him. Don't need 4x4. I think it goes without saying, using the Earthroamer as a support vehicle today is going to be so much more fun than our van. This is my first time ever driving it alone. I mean, I'm still following Zack and Ben, so I'm not like alone, but I feel very independent right now.
That's 3.
So the plan for today is to kind of follow along Nate's route, stop and help him if he needs anything. About halfway, we'll stop for lunch.
I do appreciate that we still have a laptop uploading a YouTube video as we speak driving down this road.
That is what I'm talking about. The best remote work ever. And then tonight, whoa, that was a big one. We are hopefully gonna have another really cool place to sleep.
Mile 4, I'm back on the Moki dugway. I wonder if I'm the first person to ever run this road. I'm grateful I'm running it downhill instead of up, but it probably would have been better training in the opposite direction. It does not get much more beautiful than this.
Let's go see if we can find Nate.
I'd much rather be in my position than his right now. I wonder how nervous Nate is running down this crazy road.
Check this out. That's incredible. These are the switchbacks that we drove up yesterday. So it looks like I'm going down here, out that road, and then when I get out to the thing that's sticking up, little brown sticky up, I'm gonna take a left and run over into Valley of the Gods where we're gonna be camping later tonight. Let's keep it going. This is like the most adventurous run that I've done all year, and I'm just so happy right now.
You may need to back up here. If there's a good pull-off point for you to get out of the way, I'm gonna back up.
Got it. Reverse. Wow, backing up on a cliff is so sketchy. I'm just glad I'm on the inside.
That's mile 5. I just spotted the Earthroamers on the road up above me.
There he is. Hey, how are you feeling?
Great.
Yeah?
Almost 6 miles in.
Nicely done.
How's the drive?
I'm feeling super cool and independent.
Wow, this is so cool. Just running with an Earthroamer as my crew car. I did find another super cool feature on the Earthroamer this morning. I was storing some of my running stuff in the back garage, and I didn't realize it, but the lock on the key fob, like when you lock the car, it also locks the garage as well. So that way, like if you're going to sleep at night, you just grab the key fob, lock, and everything on the outside of the Earthroamer locks. So you don't have to worry about remembering to lock your garage independently.
All right, Kara, as you make the turn here, we're going to get straightened out, and then you're gonna come to a stop. You're going to overhead switch that 4th switch position off. That's the 2-wheel low off. And then, once you've done that, you're going to put it in neutral. Once you're in neutral, you're going to click the 2 high button by your right knee.
Done. Wow, Zack is such a great teacher. I have no idea what I'm doing, and somehow he gets it done.
Woo! I almost beat him down the Moki dugway. I can see the start of the pavement right there.
Bye. Good luck. All right, we are going to go ahead of Nate. We have a little bit of a to-do list. The biggest one being our cassette toilet is almost full, but I think we know a spot where we can take care of that. I think I would still rather empty our toilet than be running. Oh dear.
7 miles in.
Nice.
19 more to go.
You hungry?
No.
Thirsty?
No. self-sufficient.
You don't even need us.
No,
Proud of you.
thanks.
Keep crushing. I'm about to dump our poop.
Thanks, I'd much rather be running than doing that.
Wish me luck. It's wet, but it feels like shower water wet or flushing water wet, not like pee wet. It's heavy. It's so heavy. That is so much poop. Oh gosh. Really wasn't too bad. And now I would really love to know, comment below, would you rather dump the toilet or run a marathon? I would still choose this.
That's mile 8. Check out those formations over there.
Man, it's pretty down here. We just turned on a road that says Valley of the Gods, and the plan is to find a meeting point with Nate about halfway. So we're aiming for about 13.1 miles to feed him some lunch. I did bring some snacks for all this hard work I'm doing.
Mile 9!
Woohoo! Love you!
Mile 10. I can just see the Earthroamers disappearing into the distance over there. Looks like they're about to head back into a canyon. Mile 11.
Wow, the view in my rear view camera is insane.
That's 12.
Zach has found us a camp spot exactly 13.1 miles away from the starting point. So Nate should be running down this road in about 20 minutes. Check out the spot. So cool. All right, Nate has requested avocado toast for lunch, which means I get to use my Invisistove again. Invisacook, Invisa-heat, whatever it's called. First try. He's close, about a half mile away. I gotta hurry.
Mile 13. I can see the Earthroamers waiting on me. 2 hours and 13 minutes into the run. Halfway.
Welcome to your halfway camp.
Woohoo!
How you feeling?
Good. These are a little tired.
There's your toast.
Thank you.
Here are your bubbles.
Thank you. This is by far the most luxurious aid station that I've ever stopped at. You're eating straight out of the pot.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
Love ya.
Happy running.
Thanks. Thanks for supporting.
We'll see you at the finish line.
See ya in 13 miles.
Okay.
Back at it. Mile 14.
All right, off we go to the finish line.
Mile 15. I'm now understanding why this place is called Valley of the Gods. Check out this landscape.
This gravel road is just twisting and turning through these insane rock formations. They're massive, absolutely amazing.
Mile 16.
How do these form? I have to know. I've said this before, but it's times like these that I wish I was a geologist and I could just look at this and be like, oh, yeah, I'm like pretty sure how this got here.
Mile 17. Speed walking.
I believe we have found our campsite for the night. Oh my gosh, this place is awesome. We're right next to one of the pyramid pointy mountain thingies.
Mile 18. It's getting hard. 19.
I'll get my app out.
That's all we need.
Ah! Nailed it! Again!
Mile 20. 6 more to go.
Woohoo! Home sweet home!
21. 22.
I think we're technically 27 miles in, so he's gonna have a little bit of a bonus run there at the end. Sure he won't mind. Man, this is cool.
Oh, mile 23. Oh, that was my phone. That was my turnaround spot. The Earthroamer stopped to camp a few miles back. I didn't realize it until I got up to the road, but we actually biked when we were biking across America down that exact road, and then we camped really close to where we're camping tonight on that bike trip. Again, Zach planned all of this, so I hadn't really looked at the specifics to know that we were gonna be in the exact same place, but definitely bringing back good memories. Woo! 26 miles in the desert has not been quite as easy as I hoped it would be. My knees kind of feel like they did when I finished the 100. So I still have a long ways to go to get my body ready for MDS.
Nice work, Ben. Thank you. Thanks for your sacrifice. You said you were a gymnast.
That was a lie.
The reason that Ben has climbed up on the back of our truck is so that we can have a clean window for this view. Oh my gosh.
24. I'm in walk mode.
Believe it or not, I do know how to make my own coffee. Just look at where I am right now. Cheers.
Mile 25. You can see for a long way right now, but I can't see the Earthroamer, so I have a feeling this is gonna turn out to be a little longer than a marathon, but no need to be too impressed. That mile was 18 minutes.
Nate and I are having very different afternoons. He's about 3 miles away.
That is 26.2 miles in 5 hours and 25 minutes. Still can't see the Earthroamers, which wouldn't be an issue except my left knee is screaming at me.
There he is. He's just this teeny tiny speck in the distance. I'm sure we look really far away from his point of view. He's looking tired. Come on, Nate. This still just feels so wrong. Just walking around on the roof. Woo!
27 miles on the dot.
Way to go!
Thanks.
How are you?
Not good.
Not good? Oh no! That's not what I was expecting. Beer and dots. That's what we wanted. Not what I would have guessed.
You brought the beer, I did not request it. All right, 27 miles in 5 hours and 40 minutes. It says I need 85 hours to recover.
Oh no!
I'm gonna have to get up and do that again 5 more days in a row.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you
Sure. What's up? Let me know if there's anything specific you need.
put tofu in a smoker?
Absolutely. You can smoke tofu. It's a great way to add a smoky flavor.
Can you cook seitan in a smoker?
Yes, you can definitely smoke seitan.
I don't know what I ever did without her. Without you. I'm talking to you.
I'm glad I can help.
Alright. Let's smoke some tofu.
This has pretty much been my perfect day. Wake up in an epic spot, go on a beautiful run. I came back, took a hot shower. We've got food cooking on the smoker. I'm gonna go to bed tired, very tired, and happy. I'm gonna stand over here with the boys and act like I'm helping.
We're also acting like we're helping. I'm staring at a digital readout.
That's about right. Nice and closed.
That's good.
Nice.
Barbecue
wow, it's so
night.
brown.
A little bit. It's like,
That's like beef jerky.
Ooh, it's just a little dry. It's fine.
Like good beef jerky?
Tofu's better.
Yay! Ooh, those do look nice. Want some barbecue sauce? No,
I got it. No, they're great. They need to loosen up.
don't
worry,
get
I'm
them moving is to
fine.
get them moving.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Unsurprisingly, he's in a little bit of pain this morning. Sure, I'm making a lot of noises.
Getting old.
You have to do it.
It's so frustrating how fine my right leg feels.
What a view.
Check rear seats for occupants. All right,
Occupants back there?
just my backpack. It's always sad when this is over.
I don't know. I've really like pictured my life in here. Like I feel like this is my home and they're gonna make me give it back.
All right, we are good to go.
Sounds good to me. Let's hit the trail.
Thank you guys so much for another amazing trip. Zach, thank you for showing us your secret spots again. Ben, thanks for capturing the run yesterday. Really appreciate all the great footage. And thank you again for watching.
Thank you guys. It's always fun to have you out. Love always getting to see you guys in an Earthroamer, and we definitely got to figure out what the next great trip's going to be.
Yeah!
Alaska? It's
It's
I think we can make that work.
quite the commitment. Let us know what you want to see. We're talking about a trip to the San Juans in Colorado. Alaska would be quite the commitment, but if you're willing to watch like 5 videos in a row of us driving to Alaska in an Earthroamer, we might be able to make it happen.
Please make it happen.
I think our last video got 100,000 likes. How many likes do we need to go to Alaska?
If I say a lower number, does that mean we get to go to Alaska?
Give it a like anyway.
What a trip.